All right, we need to talk. Because what just happened, it's not just another news story. The world literally just shifted on its axis, and this all went down in just the last few days.
And listen, that's not me being dramatic. A major line has been crossed. And honestly, most people haven't even begun to grasp what this means yet. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to cut through all the noise, all the speculation, and just give you what you absolutely need to know to make sense of this new reality. And it all starts with the event that kicked this whole thing off. So let's be blunt about this. That shadow war we've heard about for years, it's not in the shadows anymore. It is out in the open. We're talking about the United States and Israel actively launching direct military strikes against Iran. They're hitting military infrastructure, they're targeting leadership, and they're doing some serious damage. This is not a proxy war anymore. This is a massive, game-changing escalation. And you better believe Iran is hitting back. But here's the thing. The experts, the people who study this stuff, they're all saying the same thing. The biggest cost of this war won't be measured in missiles or on the battlefield. Nope. The place this is going to hurt the most is a lot closer to home. It's going to be right here, in your wallet. And this is where things get really, really serious for all of us. I don't care where you live. This isn't some far-off chess game between countries. This has a direct pipeline to your bank account. And it all hinges on one tiny, critical spot on the world map. Okay, look at this. This is the Strait of Hormuz. You can think of it as the planet's main artery for oil. A huge chunk of the world's oil has no other way to get to us except through this one narrow passage. Well, in retaliation for the attacks, Iran just shut it down. They've turned off the tap. And just look at this number to understand how bad it is. We're not talking about a slowdown. Ship traffic through that strait has collapsed. 97%. Just let that sink in for a second. The oil that basically powers our entire global economy, it's down to a trickle. And the fallout from that, it was immediate. And here's the direct result. Plain and simple. Global inflation is already rocketing past 4%. See, when the price of oil spikes like this, it's not just about what you pay for gas. Oh no. It means it costs more to make everything, to package it, to ship it. So get ready, because the price of pretty much everything you buy is about to take a serious leap. Okay, so the world economy is teetering on the edge of a cliff. You'd think everyone would be scrambling for a peace deal, right? Well, they are. Kind of. But it's not happening the way you'd expect. Far away from the cameras and the big headlines, there are some very secret conversations going on.
What's happening is that there are two things going on at once. On one hand, the bombs are still falling. The military strikes haven't stopped. But on the other hand, people are talking. The US and Iran are negotiating, but get this, they're not even in the same room. They're using Pakistan to pass messages back and forth. And then there's a whole separate conversation between Israel and Lebanon. But here's the key takeaway. No one, and I mean no one, is calling this a ceasefire. Not yet anyway.
And that leads to the biggest and frankly most terrifying question right now. Which will win out, the diplomacy or the bombs? You see, both sides are trying to land blows on the battlefield so they can have a stronger hand when they sit down to talk. It's an unbelievably dangerous game of chicken, and one wrong move, one miscalculation, could blow the whole thing up and make all this talking totally pointless. And as if a direct war in the Middle East wasn't enough to deal with, there's another huge wild card we have to factor in. While everybody's eyes are on Iran, something is brewing in Russia. Vladimir Putin is in some serious trouble. Yeah, his grip on power is looking weaker than it has in years. I mean, you've got Kremlin insiders, guys who have been with him forever, who are suddenly backing away from him. That's a huge red flag. His army is still taking massive losses. And the word from intelligence circles is that Putin isn't projecting strength anymore. He's just trying to manage fear. So now you have a weakened, cornered Russia. That's a dangerously unpredictable animal to have in the mix right now. It just adds a whole other layer of risk to an already explosive situation. You know, beyond the fighting and the economic mess, there's an even bigger story unfolding. The political map of the entire Middle East is literally being rewritten as we speak. This whole crisis is just blowing up old alliances and creating new ones that nobody saw coming. And that's what the experts are calling it. It's a massive regional realignment. We're watching history happen in real time. Countries that used to be enemies or that tried to stay out of everything, they're now being forced to pick a side.
It's creating a whole new power structure that's probably going to define the Middle East for the next 20 or 30 years. And here's the heart of it. A brand new alliance, what people are calling the new Sunni Axis, is forming right under our noses. It's bringing together Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Turkey, and Pakistan. And at the same time, you've got Egypt, which has been neutral forever, suddenly jumping into the fray. All of this is a direct reaction to the war, and it's creating this powerful new team on the world stage.
So let's just step back and put all the pieces together. You have a direct war between world powers. You have a looming global economic crisis. You have an unstable Russia with a weakened leader. And you have the entire Middle East rearranging itself. All of these things happening at once, it means the world just hasn't felt this unstable, this on edge in a generation.
Look, this whole situation is moving so fast, it's changing by the hour. There are no easy answers here. All the chess pieces are moving on the board at once, and nobody really knows where they're going to land. So the real question, the one we're all left asking is, what happens next?